Hello TV fans and welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review of Netflix's Young Royals Season 2. After the incredible, heartbreaking Season 1 finale, does this series continue strong or does it hit a sophomore slump? Let's talk about it. Young Royals is created by, and forgive me if I butcher these names, Lisa Ambjorn, Lars Beckung, and Camilla Holter. It stars Edvin Writing, Omar Rudberg, Malta Gardinger, Frida Argento, and Nikita Ugla. Season 2 follows Prince Wille as he deals with the anxieties of juggling his royal duties along with his continued love for Simone, who is doing his best to move on after the fallout of last season's scandals. This week has been a real treat for me as two of my favorite TV shows from 2021 are releasing their long-awaited sophomore seasons in the span of a couple of days. While I was let down by The White Lotus's newest batch of episodes, I was really hoping Netflix would deliver with their Swedish queer drama, Young Royals. While everyone was getting swept up in the romance between Charlie and Nick in this year's Heartstopper, which admittedly I also quite enjoyed, I couldn't help but wonder why more people still hadn't caught on to Prince Wilhelm and Simone's intoxicating love story. And now that I've seen season 2 of the show, all I know is that I am Team Young Royals all the way. If you haven't seen season 1, I will be dropping spoilers here, so here's your warning. This season, Prince Wille is dealing with not only the death of his older brother, but now being first in line for the throne, and with trying to mend his broken relationship with Simone. All Simone wants to do is move on, however. He meets one of the Halerska stable boys named Marcus, and the two quickly hit it off, much to Wille's chagrin. All the while, August and Sarah's secret relationship begins to blossom, but his actions regarding the salacious sex tape continue to haunt him. There were so many things about Young Royals that made it stand out to me as something really memorable. The casting of normal-looking teenagers, the incredible cinematography, the awesome soundtrack full of hidden gem tracks, and also the fact that the show felt very grounded, even though its plot felt like it was ripped straight from a soap opera. And all of those things continue to be true in season 2. For a show all about the patriarchy and excess, I love that Young Royals is dedicated to being as raw and genuine as possible. There are so many instances that the showrunners could have gone over the top or extremely melodramatic, yet these creators trust in their audience enough to not go that route. Instead, they are able to take this larger-than-life premise and ground it in reality, with just a few extravagant flourishes along the way. It's also one of the few current young adult television shows that doesn't feel like it's trying too hard to be trendy. Even series I really enjoy like Love Victor, On My Block, and Cruel Summer are filled to the brim with cringeworthy dialogue that tries to overcompensate and appeal to the younger generation. But Young Royals doesn't do anything of the sort, and because of that, it feels refreshingly untrendy and old-fashioned in a way. And to be honest, I really think that has a lot to do with the fact that this is not an American show. In the States, we're so worried about the surface level of being hip and cool that we forget about the introspective side, the human element. And that is what Young Royals is all about. The show is far more concerned with making us feel something palpable than being the next Gossip Girl or Pretty Little Liars. No offense to those shows, I like them too, but I think this show is all the better for it. But you are all here for the romance, right? I know that I am. Wille and Simone's budding relationship was one of the most tenderly concocted love affairs I had seen on screen in quite some time. It is why I fell so hard for the first season. And the added weight of Wille being next in line for the throne and the politics surrounding his sexuality provided an extra layer of intrigue to the narrative. Though it was really Edvin writing and Omar Rudberg's honest and thoughtful portrayals that sealed the deal. In season 2, they have grown considerably as performers, and their fiery chemistry has as well. Every time they look into each other's eyes, or are just in the presence of one another, you can feel their passion and longing. I will say though, that there is a very different vibe to this season, and it might turn off fans of the first. That is because while season 1 was all about their blossoming relationship, season 2 is all about Wille and Simone constantly pushing each other away. It makes for some very frustrating viewing at times, and that tangible excitement of burgeoning love no longer runs through this show's veins. Now it is all about the hard truths of love, that sometimes just the feeling is not enough, but the circumstances of the situation that dictate if it will work or not. Yet while it might have been a bit infuriating to watch these two lovebirds try to deny their love, it also builds the yearning and tension to even more gargantuan heights than in the first. It also ensures that the moment the credits begin to roll, you are forced to press that next episode button. I do have some issues with this season though. My biggest one being the same problem I had with the first. 6 episodes is just not long enough to fully transport us into this world. Just as the show is really picking up steam, storylines are coming to a head, and things are getting really juicy, it's over. I was really hoping that Netflix would allow for a couple more episodes this time around, to fully flesh out these plot threads, and also to reward patient fans who have been waiting a year and a half for more. But unfortunately, no luck there. One can only hope that Netflix will renew the show and there will be a quicker turnaround for season 3. I also think that not as much happens in this season, or at least compared to the last. The show is still dealing with the fallout of everything that happened in season 1 in this finale, which makes me feel like this whole batch of episodes is more of a bridge to get where we are going than an actual destination. And while Frida Argento's Sarah gets a much more compelling story arc this time around, poor Nikita Ugla's Felice is given nothing more to do here than be a third wheel. Even so, after finishing season 2 of Young Royals, I had the same feelings as when I finished the first. The excitement and butterflies of first love, the melancholy and angst of growing up, and the awareness that I had just bore witness to something truly special. It's time for people to stop sleeping on this show and get with the program, because Young Royals is, without a doubt, one of the best television series out right now. So I will be giving Young Royals Season 2 4 crowns out of 5. This Swedish drama is one of television's best hidden gems, and its stellar quality continues in its second season. Though its far too short 6-episode runtime leaves much to be desired, the show's genuine and thoughtful portrayal of young queer love and coming of age in this generation makes it an absolute must-watch. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. What are your thoughts on Young Royals Season 2? What would you like to see from the show moving forward? And which season do you prefer? Sound off in the comment section down below. And until next time, my friends, take care.